you want to know my opinion and what I think, just keep on watching. It's your girl Nisi here, and I'm back with another video. And I just want to say a big thank you to everyone that's watched my recent video. I'll put a picture here of it. Please do check it out. It's about the welfare cuts and the state of the system in the UK. Yeah, but for more UK news today, I'm going to be talking about Timothy Westwood, aka Tim Westwood. So listen, I'm speaking on this most of all because I've had an experience with him. So I thought, I've been umming and ahhing. Obviously, it's been trending for a minute now. And shout out to Topical Juice on YouTube. He's been keeping his foot on his neck, doing loads of videos back to back and just keeping us up to date with stuff. I'll put one of his pictures here, but yeah, please do check him out. It's got so bad, and Tim Westwood's been running scares that he's been getting his videos demonetized and just getting them blocked and stuff. So, you know what I mean? If you're innocent, why are you getting his videos shut down? But yeah, so there's been a documentary put out on BBC 3 about Tim Westwood. So he's a big DJ. If you don't know who he is, he's a big DJ. He's been in the music industry or the music game. So it's rap and R&B, and he's been in it since the 90s, doing research for this video. And also finding out this guy is 3 years younger than my mum. So my experience and the experience that girls have had, it just makes it more disturbing. So yeah, my mum, with God's grace, will be touching big 70 this year. Big up you, mumsy. So he's 67. And just ew. So let me just talk about my experience. So when Westwood would come to Manchester, I'd usually go to the print work. So this is when I just started clubbing. So this was when I was 18, 19. Me and my friend went to one of his events, and obviously it shut down. It was a good night. He was doing his thing. And obviously people could take pictures with him. So I was on the left, he was in the middle, and my friend was on the right. And we took a picture with him. And guys, when I tell you, I took the picture with him, and then he whispered in my ear oh, you can come into the back after I've done my set. And I was just like what? So obviously we took the picture, and then after my friend could see my whole vibe changed, and she was just like, are you okay? And I was just like, you won't believe what he just said to me. So obviously, fast forward for 2025, I've watched this documentary now. Please tell me why a lot of girls, he pretty much said the same thing to them. With one girl, he felt her bum while they were taking a picture. I ain't got no arsehole. You couldn't feel nothing on me. Another girl, he literally said the same thing, you can come and link me after the set. With another girl, something else happened, and I'm just like, so this is what he did. These girls are not lying, because, you know what I mean? A lot of them that they've said, it's really sad. A lot of them wanted to, break out in the music industry, or they just wanted to work for the radio station. So he worked for the BBC One Radio. And it's just really shocking, these allegations, and just watching the documentary. So at the opening, it's showing him, around a lot of rappers, singers. So he's around 50 Cent, Jay-Z, Skepta, JME. So, you know what I mean? He works with a lot of rappers from the USA and in the UK. So he was that guy, they're oh, big up Westwood every time, So he was that guy. It was showed him winning a Mobile Awards, I think in 2007. He stands up. Not everyone's pleased now knowing what we know now. I understand. Some people are clapping, some people are So I understand. But yeah, again, I'm shocked but not surprised. Because guess who he was hired by? The BBC. The BBC is known to hire guys that do a lot of touchy-feely, do a lot of essays to women and men. The BBC, Jimmy Savile, he was a really big predator to kids, women, men, and we didn't find out until after he died. So obviously they never got justice. So fingers crossed that these girls can get justice from this whole situation with Tim Westwood. So yeah, let's get into some people's reactions.
The BBC has issued an apology saying it fell short and failed people after an independent review into allegations against the DJ Tim Westwood found evidence of bullying and misogynistic behaviour. The report was commissioned in 2022 when 18 women made allegations of predatory and unwanted sexual behaviour, all strongly denied by Tim Westwood. The findings reveal there were several occasions when the BBC missed opportunities that might have led to action. Chichi Izundu reports.
Now that I'm older, realise that, it was grooming and predatory. But at that time, you didn't want the shame because, I'll get the blame. Not him. I'll get the blame because I'm no one. So I just kept quiet because then you won't get pointed and looked at, oh yeah, that's the girl that, accused, Tim of sexually abusing her when she was underage.
Tim Westwood was known for his love of hip-hop, championing the genre on UK radio from the early 90s. The BBC today apologised, saying it fell short because the report found a considerable body of evidence that it failed to investigate properly.
Why is it that every time there's some kind of hot topic, people like to show themselves on their arse? Like the Tim Westwood thing, right? Why... And I don't know if this is an unpopular opinion, and I don't think it should be, to be honest. But why someone who's 50, what is your business with somebody who's 19, 20, 21? What are you doing there? I think it's weird, and then you're going to hide behind the fact that they're of age. It's weird. You're showing yourself. It's fucking weird. These are the same people who think sexy schoolgirl is okay. It's not okay. It's actually not okay. It's not okay. I have my own to say about people who are dating people 10 years older than them, 10 years younger than them. But we won't get into that. That's your own personal problem. But if you're 60, if you're 17, you're dating 20-year-olds, you need to think about it.
Listen, I agree with what she said. Like what she said, what's a 50-year-old got to do with a 19-year-old? And it's that age group that he goes for. So, with the whole young fella, obviously with his allegations, he got dropped. He can't leave Australia, yada, yada, yada. I feel like with Westwood, people were speaking out, but it wasn't taken seriously. And the girls that he did allegedly abuse were girls of colour, black girls mainly. And just some of the stuff that it showed in the documentary, like in the club, he would say, if you've got the tightest pum, blah, blah. And it's just bringing back memories, because this is what he would do. And obviously, you get the girls like, yeah, that's me. So it's literally when he would do little things like that, little snippets, it's just like him finding his next victim. So I'm going to put up some messages between me and my friend. I don't know if you'll be able to see. I'll try and zoom in much as possible or link it after this clip. So I haven't got the picture, unfortunately, and I asked her, she thought she had it on her Facebook, because we're talking about 2011, 2012. So this is when, Drake was popping, Nicki Minaj, the whole Young Money, Rick Ross, Trey Songz, because I just remember those songs in the club, Rose, the kind of the Goose, that one that P. Diddy used to do, Ciroc, all the different flavours and stuff. So it was that time frame. But yeah, unfortunately, she couldn't find a picture. I was just like, ugh. But yeah, I've got text messages, so I did try and get it for the video, because you gotta come with receipts. But unfortunately, she hasn't got it. And this was the time when Instagram was just popping, so obviously you would upload it. You would obviously at Tim Westwood, and hopefully you hope for that video, that picture or video to go viral. But yeah, the club was Entourage in the Printworks in Manchester. If you know, you know. But yeah, that was the spot back in the day. But yeah, so the last time I saw Tim Westwood was at London Carnival 2018. Guys, when I told you I seen him, he was looking all scruffy and he was just stood there, just like drinking something. I can't remember what he was drinking. So me and my friends, we're walking, and I'm just looking, and I'm just like, oh, like there's Tim Westwood, you know what I mean? He's so tall, you just can't miss him. He's tall, he's white, and he's just, ugh. So I seen him, and I was just like, oh, there's Tim Westwood. And I did think it was strange. Like, no one was talking to him. No one was, what I mean? Like, he's basically a celebrity, like, if you want to call it. Like, he knows Jay-Z. Like, he knows people. So the normal celebrity, he'd be like, oh my gosh, da 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 da. So I feel like that was a big sign as well. Like, no one messes with him now. He got fired. And yeah, he just looked really sad and lonely. And obviously you go carnival to, catch a wine and daga and, have fun. And we all know that the attire that girls are wearing in the carnival. So looking back now, and that was 2018, man must have definitely been in like his early 60s or late 50s. Like, bro, why are you here at the carnival? Especially like that. Because he was a big DJ back in the day, he should have been like having his own tent or maybe been on one of the floats, like, you know what I mean? But he was literally just stood there looking like a weirdo, just drinking his thing, and it's just like, okay. Definitely a fall from grace. Like, I don't get how you go from being this guy, the guy that everyone wants to get next to, and be to now no one's looking, like, we don't see you, bro, even though you can't miss him. He's tall and white and old at that. And you know what I mean? He did have money, so he was that guy. Watching the documentary, I found out that he got shot up back in the day. I think this might have been like the early 2000s. That was shocking. It was in South London. So maybe that could have been like someone he messed around with, and you know, maybe the family took retaliations, like who knows. But yeah.
Oh yeah, when you look at that, the BBC has been hiding allegations against Tim Westwood. Typical BBC with their nonsense. Can we get these people off our screens? Like, why would anyone pay fucking TV license? Like, fuck these, man. Nonsense.
Listen, that man told no lies. Like, can we be surprised it's the BBC? And I don't know how many times we can give the BBC the side eye and just let them get away with it. Like, there's been too many men from the BBC who have, you know, people have come out later on in life and saying they essayed me or this happened. And they basically just get a slap on the wrist. So I don't even know if this guy is going to go down for it. I hope he does, even if he does a little bit of time. But again, because most of his victims were girls of colour, I don't see much happening, unfortunately. But yeah, like you said, we need to start calling the BBC nonsense, because it just seems like they hire them. When you go for the job interview at the BBC, oh, do you like touching women? Do you like touching, you know what I mean? You're hired. Because why is it always these men? Obviously, they obviously let the power get to their head, but still, you can't tell me all of a sudden now, you know, you're popular, now you want to start touching. You were probably touching people before you was even hired. Like, it's crazy. And that's the thing with Westwood. Like I said at the carnival, he just looked like a weirdo. Like, if he wasn't Westwood and he didn't have, like, let's call a spade, he was that guy back in the day. So I'm not going to take his DJing and the music and the influence away from him. You know what I mean? Two things can be right at once. It's just like R. Kelly. He's a demon in real life, but musically, he's a genius. So he was that DJ. Growing up, it was Tim Westwood and Trevor Nelson. Big up Trevor Nelson every time. I love him. MTV base, all that. But yeah, he's just a weirdo. If you didn't have all that behind him, no one would be checking for him. And that's what a lot of girls said in this documentary. A lot of them didn't like white guys or do white guys. A lot of the girls were Jamaican and like the parents, you know. So it is shocking that a lot of this did happen, but most of the girls, you know, they were there for an internship, they were there for a job. Obviously, some girls did give him, like, willy-nilly, and, you know, to get in the club for free or to get in VIP, like, come on, we all know them type of girls there. But a lot of them, they just generally wanted to get into the music industry, and he took advantage of them. It's really sad.
It looks like the Tim Westwood story is heating up a little bit more. Prosecutors are considering bringing charges against Tim Westwood. Now, this is something that I've been keeping an eye on in the past. And also, when it comes to the BBC, I'm not surprised. Things like this in the BBC have been swept under the carpet for years. The allegations span from 1992 to 2017. Obviously, Tim Westwood has denied these allegations. Apparently, this investigation is complex and sensitive. BBC spent £3 million on a Freedom of Information request. Then, like I say, I'm not surprised that things like this are coming out of the BBC. I'm certainly going to be keeping more of a close eye on this investigation as it moves forward. Remember, people, this is about you. This is about the people's opinion. What do you think of the BBC? What do you think of Tim Westwood? Did you know about this? Because, like I say, this has been going on for years. And what is your thoughts, guys? Make the rest of your life the best of your life.
Yeah, so obviously with that man, like you said, the police are actually looking to, you know, charge him. Fingers crossed they do. I'll definitely have to keep you guys updated. But yeah, I was just jumping on with this short video, but I'm just in shock. Please check out the documentary if possible. It's on BBC 3. A couple of YouTubers over here have been talking about it, but again, their videos have not been getting the normal views it usually would. definitely check out Topical Juice. Like I said, he's just been keeping his foot on his neck, keeping us updated. So I feel like once I've watched one of his videos, if he does get like sentenced or anything like that, then I can do an update. But yeah, guys, let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Do you know of this man? Has anything ever happened with you and him? Obviously, everything is alleged. You know, the whole proven until guilty.
Westwood, a former Radio 1 DJ interviewed under caution by police on sexual misconduct claims. This spreads back years. Tim Westwood has been interviewed under police caution after allegations of sexual misconduct. Last year, the DJ was accused of predatory and unwanted sexual behaviour and touching by multiple women. In a joint investigation by the BBC and The Guardian, 7 women, all of whom are black, spoke out about the allegations at alleged incidents which are said to have had taken place between 1992 and 2017. Westwood sternly denied the allegations at the time, with a spokesperson alleging that the claims were completely false. Police are investigating 5 reports relating to allegations of non-recent sexual offences allegedly committed by a man, their statement have read. The offences are alleged to have occurred in London in 1982 and 2016. A 65-year-old man was interviewed under caution on March 15, 2023 and in April the 4th, 2023. In the original investigation last year, as well as the corresponding BBC 3 documentary Tim Westwood, Abuse of Power, a number of accusers claimed the presenter used his position in the music industry to exploit women. He left Radio 1 and Radio 1 Extra in 2013 after nearly 20 years and returned to Capital Extra to host a regular show on Saturday nights, where he was referred to as the Big Dog. He stepped down from his show on Capital Extra in April last year. Westwood strongly denied the allegations against him, and in his representative saying last year, in a career that has spanned 40 years, there has never been any complaints made against him, officially or unofficially. Tim Westwood strongly rejects allegations of wrongdoing. I mean, now obviously at this point we don't know whether he's done it or not. At the end of the day, he's under caution, so that doesn't mean that he's actually done it, and I think it would be wrong for everybody, especially after everything we've learned over the last year, to just jump up and go, oh, he's guilty, because we don't know that. We can only go with each stage as it happens. So I'm not going to come on here and go, oh my God. But what you are finding is more and more people are more confident to speak up about this stuff, whether he has done this or not. More and more people are talking up about this. Tell me what you think in the comments, but yeah, let's try and make it so we're not downright just accusing him, because we don't actually know. He's just being cautioned and questioned at this point.
So with that last clip, I hear what she's saying, but I feel like it definitely depends on the person that's being accused. So like, let's use young Philly. As soon as he got accused, he got dropped from everything, and I mean everything. He got his passport, I don't know what the word is, but basically he couldn't leave Australia. It's in Westwood. Obviously, he got fined time ago, but he's just still out here, just willy-nilly. He's not been dropped from anything. Like, nothing's really happened to him. But obviously, with young Philly, everything. And then, obviously, even with young Philly, a lot of people came out and they gave their experience. With Westwood, people have not really said anything. Only the women that are in the documentary. So I found that interesting. Obviously, you know when the person's black, straight up dooms, like, you're already guilty. And it's like, if you're another colour, it's like, well, maybe. So what she's saying, you know, maybe he's not guilty. And it's just like, I'm sorry, this guy's been in the industry for way too long, and all their stories are too similar for him not to be guilty of something. You get what I mean? Like I said, I was watching the documentary. My mum was across on the other side of the sofa, and I was just like, wow, like what these women have gone through. I literally went through the same thing. Like, it was just quite triggering. And I was just like, wow. And like I said, the stuff that he would say in the club, he used to say that as well when he would perform in Manchester. But yeah, this guy got about, you know, Birmingham, obviously London, Manchester, like all the big popular cities. He would come, the place would be, like the club would be Ramo, like tickets would sell out straight. Like, he was that guy. Like, we can't front, but I'm not surprised, because yeah, just him whispering that. And I'm just so happy of the younger me that I wasn't naive and, you know, clout chasing to go in the back and, you know, do whatever, or, you know what I mean? Because even, let's just say I went in the back I linked him. Sometimes you just want to chill with them, or you want to talk to them and be like, what's this person like, or you know, what's what's next. You just want to talk to them and get to know them. I'm not here for no sexual, you know what I mean, nothing like that. Some girls are freaky, but you know what I mean. Again, when he did that with me, he was probably in his 40s, and it's like, you know what I mean, a 40-year-old white guy, like, we've got nothing in, you know what I mean, apart from obviously the music. But yeah, guys, please let me know your thoughts of this whole mad story in the comments below. Please like, comment and subscribe and share. Stay safe, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye.